What do you do when you've committed to making a video every single day, kind of like a vlog, but you want to take a day off? Oh, that's easy. You just make a video just like this. My name is Chrome and I live in a 2004 Ford E250 extended cargo van that's always a mouthful to say for me, I don't know why. And I freaking love this thing. And it's just a standard roofed van. Let me stand up and tell you guys all about what it's... I can't stand up in my van. There's just... That's all I got. So today I want to talk to you guys about what it's like living in a van that you can't stand up in. This is my home. This is where I eat, sleep, work. Everything I do in my life is out of this van right here, and I can't stand up in it. What's it like? It's not that bad. Living in a van that's got a top that's not high enough to stand up in definitely has some drawbacks. When I'm kneeling in the van, I just barely make it standing up. But the way I have things built, like the height of the bed allows me to be able to sit on the bed just about, like my head's pressing against the roof right now. But if I sit in a bit of a relaxed position with my editing table in front of me, it allows me to just sit comfortable like I would if I was at a kitchen table, usually slouched over with my elbows on the table, and it's comfortable. And I think this is perfect. You know, but still, I can't sit up and stretch. But the cool thing is, having the bed, I can definitely lie down when I'm editing, except for when I'm lying on my dog. And I can stretch out and get a good stretch and still sit back up and continue working. There's other options as well too in a low top. And when you have a van that doesn't have that luxury clearance, you can always just sit on the floor. Or like I like to call this is my couch. My feet get to be kicked out. I got matching socks on today. That's weird. Normally nothing on my feet ever match. Always being in a, you know, kind of crouched position all the time, it comes with some setbacks. I find a lot of the times in the van, even though I can stand directly upright for the most part, sometimes I do bump into these. I usually stand a little bit crouched over, and that can come with some like strain and stuff in the back of the neck. And of course, because I'm always in a kneeled position, my hamstrings get super tight. Hamstrings, the muscle is on the back of that one right there. Just in case you didn't know. Gets a little tight, so you may need to have to just stretch it out sometimes. You just get on the floor and stretch it out, you know? It may be a little bit of a setback, but it's definitely not something that's gonna make me not wanna do van life, because you could just stretch it out. Or just get out of your van. If you're cramping up, which probably means you're in the van way too much, which means it's time to get outside, because your van, your house is pretty much in nature, you know, in a different place all the time, so there's no reason to stay cooped up in it. So that's where I think a lot of people find a problem with a high top, is sometimes people spend too much time at home. And van life, I think, will change your home habits, because it'll force you to get outside and walk, because you'll be in places that you want to walk. You know, when you're at home in a house or an apartment, it's kind of like unmotivating to get outside, because you get the same view every day. I have a different view every day, which forces me to get out and go enjoy it. So I don't think having a low top van is a problem. If I had the chance to restart van life all over again, I definitely would not be in the current van I am in right now. I would definitely buy myself a high top if I had the money. But I wasn't about to let money stop me from doing what I wanted, so, you know, I got the van that I got. I originally looked at a ProMaster. I looked at a tall one because I wanted that space, because I originally bought this van for business, not to live in, but, you know, the space of being able to stand up and move around DJ gear was huge. But I couldn't afford it, so I bought the van that I could afford. So when I decided to live in the van, well, the same mentality is in it. I'm like, well, what do I do? You just live in a short van. You got to make some sacrifices sometimes. You got to realize, is the balance really worth it? Is the sacrifice of having to live on your knees all the time worth the freedom, the adventure, the mobility, the money savings? You damn bet it is. So if you want a high top, you know, I don't know how, I'm trying to word this the nicest way. If you're holding off this whole lifestyle because of the roof height on your van and you can't afford a $60,000 or $50,000 van, maybe you're just trying to find an excuse. Or you just want a high top. I get it. But if you just want to get into this lifestyle and all you can afford right now is a minivan and that's your thought, you maybe want to try it but you're scared of the high top, well, get in the minivan and suck it up for a year. Think about that whole year you don't have to pay rent. You could buy yourself a super nice one at the end of that year and just resell yours for what you paid for it. Just take good care of it. And van life is so popular right now, so if you do make changes in it, vans get so easy to sell. I know here in Vancouver, you camperize something, you throw it on Craigslist, man, those things don't last very long at all. So for me, I paid $6,500 for this van. If I could sell it for $5,000 3 years from now, I'd be super pumped. You know, that's the cheapest rent I've ever paid. Look, if I lose, what if I might make money on this? I don't know. If I lose $2,000 on this van over 3 years of living in it, what? Then it only cost me $2,000 to rent this thing for 3 years? Man, I'm in. I'm all over that. But don't stress about your roof height. You know, I don't think I could have done this in a minivan, but that's just me. Some people could live in a space that small. I don't think I could. This van that I'm in right now, my only complaint is the roof height. I have no problems with how wide it is. I have no problems with the length of the van. Everything space-wise in here is perfect, except for the height on the van. I would have loved to be able to stand up in it. That would be an unbelievable luxury. Big time. You might be that person that's okay with buying a cargo van like mine and putting one of those extender roofs on it. If you are, then you got nothing to stress about, because you can just get the van you can afford now, like the one I have, and pop a roof on it later. I would never do that because I don't like the look of them. If I figured, you know, I don't know. For me, that thing automatically looks like someone's living in that. And I know, I don't give a crap if people know I live in my van, but there has been places that I have parked in the last 7 months that I probably couldn't have gotten away with living in a van with a roof like that, because you stick out a whole lot more if you're in a van like that. So if you're getting into van life, don't worry about the whole roof height thing, because you know what, man? I don't even really notice it. And if I really think about it, yeah, I would get annoyed with having a short roof and not be able to stand up in the van. But I don't think about it. This van has given me so much in my life that I don't even give a crap about the height of the roof. It's not even a thought in my world. I love this van so damn much. So if you're getting into this lifestyle, don't stress about the silly little things like, well, should I get a high top? Do I get a low top? Just buy what you can afford, because this lifestyle will change your whole life, let me tell you. All right, guys, he's already, but it's my day off today. So I thought I would make just a simple little video, and yeah, people ask about this topic, so I figured we'd talk about it. All right, guys. You all stay positive, stay beautiful, and never stop being weird, and know that it's okay to have days like him. That's his day every single day. van life of a bulldog. That's actually just a life of a bulldog. It's got nothing to do with his van life. But he's definitely taken big advantage of it. He loves it too. All right, weirdos. See you later. Adios.